Hi everybody, RickeeyC here with the final race of the Season 8 AOR F1 League Championship. League Championship, does that go? Or do you just say one? I don't know. But oh well, I guess this is kind of my first F1 video, F1 commentary. So bear with me if I don't know what I'm saying or doing, because I don't really have a plan. I probably should have written some things down on some paper and kind of gone through it categorically, but I'm going to try and do it off the top of my head. So this could be my last race in AOR for a while. I don't plan on joining back for Season 8 and getting F1 2014 because I was doing this Forza 5 League at the same time as the F1 Season 8 League, and I think I kind of killed League racing for myself, doing way too much of it, and practicing and kind of getting bored of just repetitively going around the track again and again, even though that is what I do love to do. But I've kind of taken a break from both leagues now, and with how F1 2014 looks exactly the same as 2013, I don't really think it would be worth me coming back and then killing racing completely before F1 2015, which could be a good game if they do it right on the Xbox One, but it's Codemaster, so you never really know. I thought I qualified 6th here, so not too bad for Brazil. Quite a good position to start in, although you are kind of in the mid-pack, but as long as you can get around the first corner, you can break away with the front pack and hopefully get a good finish. Anyway, I won't talk about the racing in the background. I was kind of going to start talking about when I joined back in, I think I joined back in 2011, August 2011, when I did my first race. So it's been over 3 years. It's been 3 years now, jeez. Since I started AOR, and it's been quite a massive part of my life. Obviously, it was ARL back when I joined. I think I did my first race with Fisi, Nilis Luckins, and some other new drivers. I think they did like a 5-race championship on 2014 to determine how fast people were. I think how fast new drivers were for 2011, and it was determined that I'd get put in F4, even though I think I did win that 5-race series. Although, yeah, it wasn't really representative, obviously, of how quick you were, because I think I was using assists back then and everybody else was using non-assists maybe to prepare for F1 2011. But yeah, I joined in August 2011 and got into F4, which I won, I think, pretty easily. The start of the season I wasn't particularly quick, but then I think I won the last 8 races or something like that. Then I got put into GP2 and I had a really good season with Continents. I think I really we were kind of trading first position in the championship throughout the whole season, and I think I won by 25 points in the end, maybe. I think we've lost all the results now, so I won't be able to check that, but it was quite close. And then I quit the league after that season because I thought I didn't want to race anymore. But I think I missed the first 5 races of the Season 5 season, and then the Abu Dhabi 2012 Grand Prix came along, which just blew me away. It was an incredible race. So I decided I'd come back for the remainder of the GP2 season and see how I did. And I think I did quite well. I finished 12 points off winning it, disconnecting from a race. So I think I missed 6 races and had lag spikes throughout the whole season, which lost me a lot of points. So I got runner-up in GP2 and then got pushed up into F1 and decided I would stay and kind of stick it out. And the F1 highlights videos, which Fisi do, which are absolutely incredible. I can't imagine the amount of time and work he puts into that, but I think everybody appreciates it and loves it. And the commentary by Matt and Ghost Pirate now, and Rapid Scorpion and Ryan L83 was all pretty brilliant. So that's a positive for the league, and that was positive for me coming in, because then you're kind of not in the spotlight, but you're there with people talking about your race and you get to watch it and be, well, driving obviously against the best drivers in Xbox 360 in the world, I guess. There's not really anywhere else you can go for as quick racing as AOR, so yeah, it's probably a true statement as I get a little bit closer to Prosiek. But I'm rambling now and I need to try and get on track because I don't really know what I'm saying. But yeah, I got into F1 in, I think, season 6, and since then it has been pretty incredible. The competition and the racing and how much I've cared about it. I never thought I would. It's, yeah, just kind of caring about an Xbox game and a racing league and numbers and stats and everything like that. It's been pretty awesome since, I think it's early 2013 I would have got into the F1 leagues, maybe April 2013. Yeah. And then, yeah, there's been 3 seasons since then, so yeah, it would have been about then. Obviously, since then, I think it was Noble, Matt, and JD have kind of dominated the leagues, and had, yeah, no one else could really touch the amount of points they finished on. I think I finished 4th and then 5th when I was teamed with Randy, and there would kind of be me and him, and then 100 points ahead of us would be Matt, JD, and Noble. Well, obviously Noble would be 100 points ahead of Matt and JD as well, so yeah, obviously we all know how quick he is. So yeah, I'll move on to Season 8 and kind of how the league has developed and gone on as the season progressed. Obviously, it started up until about Belgium. I think it was a pretty immense competition between JD and Matt. Obviously, it would have been brilliant if Rosberg had been there as well. He had so many disconnections. Those 3 would have had an incredible fight for the championship if no disconnections and no problems had occurred with the 3 of them. But unfortunately that wasn't the case, and kind of after Belgium I definitely lost a lot of interest. My practicing was kind of just a Sunday from like to 1 or 2, and then it kind of moved to like, I don't know, 2 hours or 3 hours before the race, which is a bit of a shame because I was used to doing a lot more practice than that. And I think a lot of people, well, quite a few people were as well. Obviously the odd one or two kept practicing hard each race, which is fair enough. If you've got the time to do it and you want to do it, you're free to do that. It's a bit annoying for the other drivers because it's nice going into a race with everybody having the same amount of practice or near enough the same amount, but that's not really possible, and it never was. I think everybody's guilty of sweating a bit too much sometimes, but that's neither here nor there. But yeah, I guess I'll talk about my season and not... Oh, is that... I don't know who that was off there. It kind of looked like a Red Bull, but I'm not sure. Maybe it was Minty. Oh no, it was JD. Okay. Yeah, I'll talk about my season. So to start off, obviously we had that Australia race where Randy and I got binned by Exter, I want to say. I think Exter hit Randy and then I sideblock glitched off Randy and a massive incident occurred. Fisi and I think Trace just missed it, and yeah, it was pretty horrible, which meant I think I was stuck down in 10th and then I got stuck behind Randy in the pits for about 20 seconds or 12 seconds, I'm not sure what it was. But a stupid amount of time, in which then meant I finished, I don't know, like 11th, 12th or 13th, somewhere around there. So that was quite a bad start. And then we had the Malaysia and China races, which I think I got 3rd in both of them, and almost won in Malaysia, but I pit stopped a lap earlier than I should have, which is a bit stupid of me. But 3rd position is still pretty crazy for that race. That was quite competitive. I remember the first 2 or 3 laps with Matt, JD and I were absolutely crazy. We were trading positions and fighting throughout every single turn, I think, for 1 lap. But yeah, then we kind of had a pretty bad start up to Monaco. I dropped a lot of points. I think in Spain I finished... Where did I finish in Spain? I finished 10th because I decided that I would go around a lap with prime tyres on and not wet tyres, which was probably the stupidest mistake I've ever made in an AOR race or AOR race. In Bahrain, I was glued to the auto spin curbs and hit them about 4 or 5 times, and I think I hit Trace as well, which then put me in a barrier and I had to reverse and then I think in Hungary, actually, I think up to Hungary is where I was dropping a lot of points. In Hungary, I finished 10th after deciding to crash into a wall from 6th. So I think there was 4 races there: Australia, Spain, Bahrain, and Hungary, where I got 4 points from 4 races, and that killed any chance I had of staying near Matt and JD. And obviously, I'm not fast enough, and I know that to stick with them and challenge them for the title, but it could have been a lot closer and it could have looked a lot closer. But But there we go, it happens. It was a lot of mistakes which I hadn't made before in league racing. I think in season 6 and 7, I wasn't as fast as this season, but I was a lot more consistent with my qualifying and races. Qualifying this season has been pretty bad for me. I've just gone into a lap and not either got a decent enough lap in, but it's just not been fast enough because the league is just so quick this season in qualifying. And I hope it continues for F1 2014 because I will continue watching into there, and hopefully all the quick guys stay and it'll be a good show to watch. Yeah, I think I think Noble's coming back, and if Matt, JD and Rosberg will stay, then it'll be the best season to watch now. I'm going to call it now. It will be the best season we've ever had if they all stay for season 9. And then we've got Brosiek, obviously, who's had, I don't know, there's been a lot of incidents with him, but I do think he will show, hopefully in season 9 he'll show how quick he is, because he is a really quick driver. His races are just awful. I feel bad for that as I go into a horrible spin. His qualifying is crazily good, but he just bottles it in the race. He just chokes all over the place. He needs to keep his composure, and hopefully, having raced him this season, he will do that, because it would be nice to see him do well. Obviously, he's had some bad races and got a little bit of stick, so it would be nice to see him get on track and get some decent results for himself. Yeah, I don't really know what else I can talk about. Obviously, well, yeah, I guess there's the season. Yeah, I'll talk about the last part of the season. So from maybe Italy onwards, I guess. My first race. Let's talk about my first race win. Actually, I don't really want to. That was horrible for JD. He disconnected while 7 seconds in front of me. I mean, I had a good race up until then. I'd been pretty consistent and drove quite fast. I was saving fuel. I think I was on -2 laps of fuel on lap 11, so I was saving fuel crazily. But I had Living Dead behind me, and who was kind of being a brilliant teammate for me and defending against these two guys ahead of me here, Rosberg and Brosiek, which was quite handy. Obviously, it would have been nice to have Randy for the whole season, because I felt quite happy with him. He's obviously the quickest racer. I say obviously a lot. I need to stop doing that. He's the quickest driver I've had, and the only driver who's beat me as a teammate, I think. But I learned a lot from him and being aggressive, which I hope has showed this season. I have seen a few comments saying you can see how RickeeyC is a lot more aggressive in his overtaking now, and that is due to Randy, I think. I used to practice with him in season 7 a lot before the races, and we'd kind of fight against each other, and I learned quite a few things from him, which is quite good. It's helped me a lot this season, and how to be fast without practicing much. He was a king at that. He'd come on an hour or two before, we'd do a few laps, and in the race trim he would be faster than me. Obviously, doing practice before then makes you know what parts of the track you should and shouldn't go on, which helped me in the long run, because you then know the auto spin curbs and things like that, which kind of gave me an advantage over him in season 7 when he wasn't practicing much. But when we did practice, I think in Abu Dhabi and USA, I think USA we practiced way too much, but we were on for 1-2. We would have definitely got the 1-2 without a shadow of a doubt. I had decent tyres on. I think he was quite a few seconds ahead of, like maybe 4-5 seconds ahead of me, but I had a lap newer tyres. Whether I caught him and passed him or not is another story, but I was there or thereabouts with, I think, Noble 2 or 3 seconds behind me, who didn't practice much for that race. I don't know why I'm talking about a past race so much, I just will remember weird things about it. But anyway, yeah, I completely forgot what I was talking about now. Belgium, getting my first, I don't know, yeah, it was a good feeling, but it wasn't really the best feeling because JD disconnected. It wasn't really a real win. And then again in Singapore, it was like dominoes. I think Matt disconnected, then Rosberg, Brosiek, JD. Oh no, JD disconnected on the first or second lap, I think. So yeah, Matt, JD, Brosiek and Rosberg, and then it was just kind of me on my own to race. And I did some good laps. I didn't really make any mistakes, but I wasn't really pushing particularly hard. I don't know if you'll see all these races, or if Fisi will decide to just move on to F1 2014 highlights videos, which personally I think he should do, because of the way the season's gone. Maybe he should just do a recap at the end of the whole season and then move on to F1 2014, where hopefully everybody will stay connected to the races and it'll be a really good fight towards the end of the championship. But yeah, there we go. yeah, then for the rest of the season 8, I didn't really care about it particularly much. I lost interest and I wasn't practicing a lot. It was good racing still. Obviously in USA there was the wet race, and that was quite a fun race to be in. But yeah, on the whole, not particularly amazing season. I think season 7 was probably the most... No, actually season 6, when I was new to the F1 leagues, was probably the most exciting season I've had, where I was kind of challenging people I didn't think I'd be able to challenge, and grabbing points off of people that I'd watched before. I think it was Matt. I think 3 or 4 races. I think it was 3 races in a row. I got past him on like the dying laps, which was pretty amazing for me because I've been watching him before I'd even got into AOR. I think. No, actually, I don't think that's true. I think when I was in AOR or ARL in season 5, I was watching his races and seeing how unbelievably quick he was with the pad. Obviously, at the end of the season, he beat me by a lot of points, but that does show how brilliant he and I think JD and him are on the pad. Yeah, they're head and shoulders above everybody else, really, with how consistent they can be. I don't understand. They must have pad hacks or something like that, because it's unbelievable how quick they can be in the race and how consistent. But yeah, I guess that kind of brings me to an end of my commentary. I don't think it was particularly good. I don't really talk about anything consistently, but I've never done a commentary before, so hopefully you guys don't mind it. For the future, I'm looking to get onto a COD team and kind of do things like that. I've been watching the likes of Nade Shot and all them recently, and it looks, I don't know, it looks quite fun. And I thought I'd just try and get on a team and just do, I don't know, game battles or whatever, and see how that goes. And hopefully I'll get some more enjoyment from that, and hopefully revive my love of racing before F1 2015 comes out on the Xbox One, and have some, hopefully be quick again. Obviously I won't race until I won't get to F1 2014, so I won't get any practice of racing in, so hopefully I can pick it up again and be fast, but you never know. Yeah, I guess this is we're now watching my last lap in AOR. It's so sad. I don't want to see it. No, I'm all on my own as well. Yeah, this was a terrible race. It was so boring. I was just, for a lot of it I was on my own. Obviously I had Rosiak, and I followed Matt for a long time, which I don't think I showed much of it in the video, but I think a good 10 laps I was following Matt, trying to stay in his slipstream and not pass him. Just save some fuel and hope that he could drag me to the end. And I think he made a mistake on the last corner, yeah, just coming to where we are now. I don't know what the name of it is. He went wide, and then I got in a position to overtake him, and going into turn 1 I was past him but went wide and lost the back end and went sideways, and then lost positions to Rosberg and Brosiek, which is quite a shame because I think I could have got 3rd, but oh well, it doesn't really matter. There's only 3 points, and in the end I did finish 2nd. I do have my stats here because I am a massive nerd. I think at the end of my AOR F1 career, or yeah, career I guess it's not career, I don't know what you call it. I've done 52 races, 17 podiums, 1 pole, 5 fastest laps, and 523 points. Yep, I did add it all up, and yep, I am massively sad, but there we go. Thanks for watching and supporting me. I guess if you supported me, it's weird saying that. It doesn't feel like anyone would support me in like gaming in a racing league. I don't know. I'm not really, yeah, having not done videos and not really being the fastest in the world, I guess it's feels kind of odd to say that, but there we go. Thank you if you did enjoy me racing. I did try and entertain as much as I can. But yeah, thanks for watching. I guess I'll see you around.